I can still smell the old carpet in that house. The stale mix of cigarettes, sweat, and fear. It's strange how scent can trap a memory better than any photograph. My name is Aria, and for most of my teenage years I lived in a place that looked normal from the outside. White fence, trimmed bushes, Sunday neighbors who waved. But inside, it was a house built on silence, where love was a currency traded for compliance. He moved in when I was 15. My mother called him a blessing after years of bad luck. His name was Derek, a man with a fake smile and hands that liked to remind everyone who was in charge. I saw through him the moment he put his arm around her too tight at dinner. She laughed like it didn't hurt. I didn't. He had a habit of looking at me a second too long, of standing too close when he asked me to pass the salt. I learned to keep my eyes on my plate, to speak only when spoken to. For years, I thought staying quiet kept me safe. I was wrong. It started small, favor after favor. Sign this for me, Aria, just a small form for the bank. I was 19 then, in college, working part-time at a cafe. He said he needed my name on a loan for his new business. I refused. I didn't trust him, and I told him that straight to his face. That was the first time I saw it. The shift in his eyes, the mask slipping. He raised his voice, called me ungrateful. My mother stood there, frozen, her lips trembling. When I looked at her for help, she said nothing, just stared at the floor. I walked away that night thinking I'd drawn a line that couldn't be crossed. But in that house, lines meant nothing. What happened next didn't just hurt. It rearranged my soul. I won't describe it, but I'll say this. I learned that silence can be violent too. That when the people who are supposed to protect you choose convenience over truth, the wound never really stops bleeding. When I told my mother I was leaving, she said, "Don't act like you're the victim here." I laughed, an empty, broken laugh that scared even me. Victim? I was surviving a war she helped him start. I packed my bags that night. He watched me from the hallway, smirking, holding a beer like it was a trophy. "You'll come crawling back," he said. I didn't answer. I left with nothing but my laptop, a few clothes, and a promise I made to myself. One day I'll make him answer for everything. For years, I built myself from the ground up. Every bruise became fuel. Every insult became a lesson in control. I finished school. I got a job at a finance firm. I learned about credit reports, loan fraud, and identity theft. The same things he once tried to manipulate me with. Life has a strange sense of irony. 5 years later, I got a call from my mother. Her voice was shaking. "Derek's in trouble," she said. I almost smiled. "The bank's coming after him. They're saying he forged someone's signature years ago." I knew exactly whose. He'd finally used my name somewhere he shouldn't have, and I had proof. I'd kept every old text, every email he'd ever sent me, every favor he tried to pressure me into. It was all there, waiting. I met with the investigator 2 days later. When they showed me the forged documents, my hands didn't even tremble. The signature wasn't perfect, but it was close enough. He'd practiced it, probably in that same kitchen where he used to lecture me about respect. "Do you want to press charges?" the agent asked. "Yes," I said. "I want him to know what it feels like to lose control." The trial took months. He pleaded not guilty, of course. My mother sat behind him, clutching her purse like a lifeline. When I took the stand, I looked him straight in the eyes and said, "You taught me that power is everything. I just learned to use it better than you." The jury believed me. The judge did too. He was sentenced for fraud, assault, and falsification of documents. When they led him away in handcuffs, he turned to my mother and whispered something. She looked at me, tears running down her face. But I didn't feel sorry for her. Not anymore. She had chosen her side years ago. After the trial, I went home to an empty apartment. The silence was different now, peaceful. I poured a glass of wine, sat on the balcony, and let myself breathe. For the first time in years, the air didn't taste like fear. Then my phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "You ruined us. I stared at it for a long time before replying. No, you ruined yourself. I just told the truth. I blocked the number and deleted it. But before I did, I took a screenshot and smiled. It was proof of something bigger. Not revenge, not victory, but closure. They always say revenge doesn't heal you. Maybe that's true. But justice? Justice has a pulse. You can feel it in your chest, steady and alive. Years later, I heard my mother moved away. Someone told me she works at a small diner in another state. I sometimes wonder if she ever thinks about what she said to me that night. Don't act like you're the victim. Because the truth is, I was never the victim. I was the evidence. I was the reckoning she never saw coming. And if she ever reads this, I hope she understands. Forgiveness isn't forgetting, it's freedom. And I finally took mine back.